Good morning, passport holders. Today, January 10th, 2018, making today day 1167 of the vlogs. And as you may be able to hear, the traffic outside my window is still very wet. It was intense last night here in Phoenix. And so I ended up falling asleep. I think it was around 11:30. But as is always the case, right, if I'm in bed before 11, which in this case I was, and asleep before midnight, means I'm going to be up at 2 a.m., which was the case. Could not go back to sleep until about 2:45, and then my alarm went off at 5 a.m. And so it's currently 8:05, and have just finished the vlog edit and a couple other little projects along the way. And so yeah, just kind of at this point now where, because it's finally daylight hours, even though the sun's still not up here in Phoenix, I can start to do laundry and all that kind of stuff. So final prep is starting, and obviously I've got about 2 hours until I need to go over to the FedEx Kinko's in order to print off a few copies of my current resumes and take one of them over for this interview at 11 a.m. down the street. So good situations all the way around, getting good emails from clients about different kind of work situations and everything. So we're making it work, and trying to do the best that we can in this situation so that we're able to make it all work. So kind of is what it is. But yeah, things are positive. Continuing to make kind of stuff happen, which is a good thing. But yeah, it's gonna be a weird day. I can feel it already. It's gonna be a weird day. Hopefully it's a good kind of weird though. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday as this is being recorded. A great Thursday if you're watching on day of release. Let's get today started. All right, guys, back here. About 10 minutes early, so that's a good thing. Taking this time just to kind of collect my thoughts, get ready for going into another interview. And we'll figure out kind of whether or not this is going to be a fit and if it has enough flex in order to make this eventually like a number 2. So we'll see. But one step at a time is just to get through this process, have them get me into a training class, and we'll move forward from there. Well, that went a little sideways, and in probably the best possible way. So I ended up doing the full assessment and all that good stuff, and then ended up meeting with the director of the call center because the other folks were not available for some reason. Not sure why, but it was what it was, and I'm super fortunate in that respect because she knew who Gary was and knew about certain bits and pieces of his story, and I was able to fill in a couple pieces and do other things and talk about my experiences there. And so it became a much larger discussion than just a call center job. It became a much larger piece, which was interesting. And so there's some stuff that she wants to do in certain pieces of marketing and social, and asked if I would be down to help with that. And my response was, of course, but that's not her spot to make a decision. So she sent me home with some homework so that she can go over to the director of marketing, the director of marketing for that division, and get me in with them ASAP. I said that I couldn't do it this week, obviously, with me leaving for Maine tomorrow morning early, but I said as soon as I get back, like, I got 2 days next week, Thursday and Friday, pick a day and I'll be here. And so she asked for my full resume instead of this abbreviated one that I've been sending out for these low-level gigs. Good start to today's job stuff. All right, guys, 4:30 at this point, and just got Clintus's captions back, but in between responded to a bunch of emails, a couple phone calls from Ben, and just kind of more of the same on getting this place ready to go. But more importantly, getting all of the laundry finished and kind of away so that I can sit here and I can start to pack everything that like is like the final stuff that's going. Additionally, like, I've been breaking out toys, right? Because like I have these bins that are nothing but camera gear and travel gear. 5:15 at this point, and yeah, the work for the day is done. Clintus's vlog done, my vlog live, all that kind of stuff is taken care of. So at this point, we're just really into full-on packing mode. That stated, with where things are at, I'm actually like in a really good spot. So I think what I'm going to do is actually go get a walk outside while there's still sunlight. I want to go pick up a bottle of water, but I don't want to take my big water bottle that tracks my water consumption. I am scared to take that into airports, even if it's empty. So it's kind of one of those things where it's a bummer, but I do want to just go pick up like a liter of water, so that I can have that with me as I start the drive tomorrow, because obviously with it being so early, it is what it is. Additionally, I have a Red Bull here with me, so I should be fine on that front. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll sit there and get myself a small little treat, teeny tiny treat, because I have not had soda in like a week. And today, the craving with the stress and the excitement of everything has got me craving it hardcore. So, you know, an extra 90 or 79 cents for a soda. You know, I'm already going over there and buying a $1.50 water. All right, I can splurge on $2.25 on myself, in order to make me feel better about things today. The other news is that all the people that I called and reached out to today, when I got back this afternoon, have not gotten back to me. So obviously 5:15 is the end of the workday kind of thing. Maybe I'll get a call between here and 6 p.m. After multiple days of getting lost in transit, finally, my cold weather socks from Amazon have arrived. They're supposed to be here initially on Saturday and have been bumped and bumped and bumped and bumped. And so I literally walked down to the office at 5:45 and was like, did they get delivered and nobody told us? And the answer was no. And the UPS guy pulled up and I ran downstairs. I was like, here's my ID, please, 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 give me. And he's like, all right. And he throws him over. I was like, yes. Because I was getting worried that I was going to have to travel with a bunch of warm weather or warmer weather socks, because I don't have enough socks to double up every day once we get kind of west or east of the Mississippi. So I was like, no, but they're here. All right, I can now fully pack my bag. I was stressed. Fully packed, filled the gills. First layer in thermals and other immediate warm weather clothes. You have some shorts, sleeping in hotel rooms, things like that. Underneath this layer, shirts. Underneath that layer, pants. And there are specific folding patterns in each one of them so that I know which is clean, which is dirty, and where they are in the process. Normally I work left to right inside my bag. Super efficient. That is 7 days of cold weather clothes in a single half-size duffel. Easy. Been toying around with the cameras to make sure that everything's all good to go, but it is, after getting everything packed up, I still have yet to actually eat anything major. And there's not really a ton here in the house, though, so I think it may just be a bowl of Cheerios and the last of the milk. And I don't think there's enough milk to really make a splash, but we'll give it a shot. Most of the tech is packed up, though, so that's positive, and then the mission critical tech is still there. So that is what it is as well. And since it is 9:30 at this point, I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and edit this vlog right now. And while it's exporting, I'll watch a TV episode and get all that taken care of so that it's one less thing for me to have to worry about tomorrow. Because again, tomorrow starts this road trip to Maine with my best friend. I am moving him out there, and it's going to be a crazy situation. I am expecting a ton of fun on this one, and most importantly, I am expecting us to just have kind of that one last run together for what in all likelihood for me is going to be 6 months. I, don't do cold very often. I don't enjoy it. On top of that is that if I end up landing any kind of new gig that isn't one that I run myself, which could happen, that I reposition with the VidSuite stuff and that takes off. But I think that the most cautious move, most risk managed move for me to do is to get a job or two and get stable again, and do what I can. But if I do that, then it becomes this thing where for at least 90 days I can't take any vacation. 6 months in order for me to gain enough in order to take any real time off, let alone set aside enough cash in order to make the flights happen and everything else. So it'll be 6 months until I see my best friend again in all likelihood, which will be rough. But this is the start of an adventure, one that we've been setting up for a while, and I can't wait to do it. So I will say, please come back, because tomorrow, again, I'm making some major changes into how I edit the videos. This is not just going to be me talking to a camera. This is going to be very much reflective of the travel videos, except this time around, instead of having one camera or two cameras, maybe three cameras when I was really on the middle of the homeless adventure, I've got 4 that I'm bringing, and I think Ben's phone is capable of doing 4K as well. So it's kind of one of these things where you're going to get to see a very different side of me, because it's going to be me and my best friend, not just me talking directly to camera. Obviously, we're going to have some experiences, right? It's a road trip. You never know. So I'm excited to have my bags all packed and everything ready to go, my boots ready. I'm ready to do this. It's going to be a heck of a ride, and at the end of the day, it's going to be a good thing. But I will say thank you so much for your time and your attention. I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.